Bitcoin is still trading at around $110,000. We're gonna have a look why I believe that the big bounce is incoming this week, guys, and that bounce will tell us if the bull run will continue or not. So welcome everyone on board, guys. Make sure to be subscribed on this channel. Yes, Bitcoin is still going sideways here as expected, and also as I told you yesterday that most likely until Monday, until we're gonna have the opening of the CME chart, we're most likely gonna stay down here at around 110k, close that CME gap down here on Monday, so tomorrow, and then gear up here for a move to the upside, since we would have a new CME gap all the way up to $115,000. This is my expectations. What will happen, guys? We're gonna have a look into that, and of course make sure to be subscribed here. I keep you updated every day. Also check out all links in the video description, because during this big crash time, guys, sometimes it is just good to buy whenever you're trading those low market cap coins like Bitcoin Hyper, Maxi Doge, and so on, to just buy into the early access phase, like the ones that we can do right now, Bitcoin Hyper, Pepe Note, and so on, and just wait for the launch, because they are not affected by these huge volatile moves at the moment until they're launched, of course. And this is why sometimes I just like to buy into new low market cap coins before they're coming out, like Bitcoin Hyper right now, that is also breaking new records. Pepe Note is also now nearing the 2 millions mark, this new crypto game that is upcoming with Pepe. And of course we also have many new articles coming out that they are still raising, all of them are still raising a lot of funds, even though of course we are seeing a big crash here in the crypto market. And new meme coins and new utility coins are upcoming, like this new layer 2 on top of Bitcoin, or this new Pepe game here that is upcoming. So that's why the crypto space is here to stay, guys. New projects are launching basically every few weeks and months. The crypto space is getting bigger and bigger. Bitcoin is still the same, even though we have seen this crash. And that's why, in my opinion, it's also not a bad idea maybe to right now buy all the altcoins, more Bitcoin, everything that you wanted always to buy more. Now you have the chance to do that before eventually we continue the bull run, and of course go to new all-time highs, hopefully. Of course, guys, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything in my videos is no financial advice. I'm just sharing my own opinion and market analysis here in the crypto market. And as I told you, whenever you want to check out new upcoming cryptos, the complete list is here in the video description. Currently, of course, Bitcoin Hyper is the most hyped one that everyone is jumping on board. And of course, also here, thanks God this is not launching right now, because such new coins, whenever they are launching during a big crash, usually the performance is not very good at the beginning. But when everything is going sideways or is even going up and recovering fast again, and those projects are launching, then of course we have this great upside potential for a great launch. But now, guys, we're gonna concentrate here on Bitcoin, and we're gonna have a look into Bitcoin. So first of all, this falling wedge we can delete here again, because it didn't break out to the upside as expected. It broke down, and the good thing that I'm seeing here right now is that we have now again 4-hour closes within the Caltness channels. That is already a good sign, because you can see that all those 4-hour closes were all below the tops, the bottom line of the Caltness channels, and now for the first time we are again closing within the Caltness channels, and that of course opens up the hope that at least a bounce into the median line, potentially even towards the top line here at 120k, could be incoming in the next coming hours. And that, in my opinion, is possible for Bitcoin, because as I told you, the 4-hour time frame, or in general the lower time frames, are looking extremely oversold. We are also here building up bullish divergence. We have higher lows in the RSI, while in the price action we have lower lows. And this is a very good sign, because this bullish divergence can of course bring here at least a pump and a retest maybe of the breakout zone here at around 120k. The problem is only, guys, that even if we pump towards 120k, we would not be out of the woods. We need to see 4-hour, daily, weekly closes back above this resistance up here between like 120 and 122k. So let's say above 120 would be already enough. If we see that, then yes, we have the chance to resume the bull run. And this was like a flash crash like we also had in previous bull runs, totally normal. I mean, at the end, it's not that bad. Of course, this is like a $20,000 minus within only one day. So we went from $122,000 all the way down to 105k. So that's almost a $20,000 move to the downside, 15% drop. Normally Bitcoins, even during a bull run, can correct 20-30%. So at the end, 15% is not that much. But if you calculate it, of course it hurts, because this is $20,000 per Bitcoin less, guys, that you have then in your portfolio, basically, if you compare it then to fiat, like US dollar. But in general, not two bad things have happened right now at the moment. The more concerning thing for me is currently the indicators on the daily time frame, and of course also on the weekly, because everything is starting to look a bit more bullish, a bit more bearish than bullish. But we are still above important support levels. Even here on the weekly, we are above the median line of the candle channels at 111k. So far, we didn't have a weekly close below. Over on the CME chart as well, here also we didn't close below the median line of the candle channel. So we can even drop down towards 110k without a problem. Important is that we don't have weekly closes below, because then of course we're gonna drop down towards 100k. Which is the 50 weekly moving average. Here on the CME chart, on the spot chart, it's I think also the same. Yeah, here at around 100k. This is usually also the place where we got basically the bottom of every correction, and afterwards we had a big bounce and continuation of our bull run. You can see that also here. Came down to test the 50 weekly moving average, then big bounce. Came down to test the 50 weekly moving average, then big bounce. Now maybe we're coming again back down to test the 50 weekly moving average at 100k and then big bounce. That is possible, we will see. But I think that once we would have weekly closes below the 50 weekly moving average, that of course could be a sign that the bull run is over. But until then, I think that the bull run continues. I'm buying the dip, I'm buying more of course. As I also told you guys, if we would be up here in the red zone, where usually Bitcoin is topping out during a bull run, all the way up here at 200k, yes, then of course I would take profits now, and I would say yes, most likely the top is in, and in the next coming weeks and months we're gonna enter into a bear market. But since we are still down here, where actually we should be buying as much as possible, and not up here where we should be sell as much as possible, it's very hard for me just to take profits right now and to sell everything, because I don't think that this is in any kind here the cycle top of this bull run. I expect more that maybe we're gonna extend here and later on maybe push here towards the upside, something like that. But of course, unfortunately, some indicators are not looking too great right now, but things can really change once. Of course, we are pushing again into new all-time highs, and then we're going to see what Bitcoin is doing. And wherever Bitcoin is going, of course, also the altcoins will moving according to that. So if you're buying now the dip, for example, for Ethereum or for any other altcoin that got decimated right now, I mean, also Trump coin, look at this. Trump dumped from, what was it here, about $8 all the way down to $1.5, guys. This is crazy. 81% drop in one day. If this is not a crash, then I don't know, guys. Really crazy. And now already recovered up to $6. So everyone that bought, for example, here at around $2, they already did a 3x in one day. So you can look at it positive or negative, but it is how it is, guys. And of course, those are always opportunities whenever those things are happening. If you're brave enough, then of course you will be buying the dip right now. This is what I'm doing. In theory, in the bigger picture, nothing much has changed. Also here, we are above the 200 daily moving average, above $107,000. Also no daily closes below. Also here, everything is looking in theory great, and we should expect also a continuation of our bull run. But of course, it hurts whenever things like that are happening. And sometimes just because of that, I like just to be invested into new cryptos that are not out on exchanges yet, that we can buy in the early access phase, like Bitcoin Hyper, Pepe Node, Maxi Doge, and so on, and just keep it there. Just keep it there and leave it. When they're launching, then hopefully they pump, or also later on. But we cannot trade it. We can just accumulate more and more and wait for the launch. Sometimes also this is a more relaxed way how to trade cryptos whenever you're buying into those kind of coins. Of course, they're also risky like every other, but you see what happens. Trump coin dumped 82%. Then better risk it with a low market cap coin like Maxi Doge, Pepe Node, Bitcoin Hyper, and so on. They're even mentioned here in New York Post. Very fun, guys. Maxi Doge could be the next Dogecoin, who knows? If you want to get on board, the links are of course here in the video description. Maxi Doge, Bitcoin Hyper, Pepe Node, and so on. Alright, guys, check it out. I'm gonna do some update videos on some projects, and of course also join my other exchanges that I'm using, like 2bit Exchange. Currently we have $2,850 bonus here if you sign up with my links. And yeah, with that said, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now, guys. Also here on Bybit, you can sign up. All exchanges are here that I'm using. Sign up with my links. You get everywhere sign up bonuses. And over on Bybit, also here I have the indicators of the RSI and the MACD. Everything is still looking, I mean, going down to the, it is bearish, of course. Also, we have bearish divergences right now, but we still would have the chance here to have another leg up towards this resistance at 140, 150K. and maybe later on come back down or do something like that. That is still in the cards, even though here we are building up this bearish divergence with lower highs and here higher highs, and the MACD also shifted to the downside. But yeah, I think the next bounce will determine if the bull run has the chance to continue or not. At least for now, that's it, guys. The US dollar dominance also here is getting rejected heavily. It's currently here right at the top side of the Keltner channels. There could be eventually very soon, or at least in the next coming days, another sell signal that could bring down here the dominance a bit. But if or once this is breaking out to the upside here, then I think the bear market in the crypto space will start. Until then, we have, of course, the chance that this will continue. The bull run, yes, we will see. Time will tell. At the moment, I think we have to wait until Monday, until the CMEs are opened again, to close at least the CME gap at 110K, and then see what happens. Until then, guys, I salute you for now. Be subscribed here, stay tuned. The $100 giveaway will be done in the next coming days, as soon as everything is calming down a bit, and then, of course, we're gonna do the next giveaway. Meanwhile, be subscribed. Thank you for watching, and we're gonna see us all in the next one. Bye for now.